where there's a voltage source between node C and the ground, the reference node. Whenever such is the case, the first conclusion, we are not going to write any KCL equation, so I'll just cancel this out. Then the question is, how do you get the third equation? We will not get any equation, we will directly get the value of Vc. That's because you can see that this 20 volts battery, the negative terminal is connected towards the ground and the positive terminal is connected directly to node C. Because the negative terminal is at ground, the positive terminal or this upper terminal which goes to the node C directly gives me the value of Vc as 20 volts. So we simply conclude that Vc is equal to 20 volts. It can be plus or minus. It is plus right now because positive terminal of the battery is connected to node C and negative goes to the ground. If it was opposite, something like this, then positive goes to the ground, negative to node C, then Vc will be minus 20. Alright, so in this case, we don't write KCL equation. Why we don't write KCL? That is because there is a voltage source between a node and the ground. Whenever there's a voltage source and no resistance between the ground point and a node, then we directly get the value of the voltage at that particular node. So we get Vc equal to 20 volts and that's it. So now Vc is 20 and we have two equations, one in the form of Va Vb and one in the form of Va Vb and Vc. I can put this 20 volts here in place of Vc. So let me just call it number 3. I'm saying putting 3 in 2, we get minus 0.1 Va plus 0.17 Vb. Now 0.05 into 20 is the constant term because we have substituted for Vc, and you can see there is no more Vc appearing in this equation. So if you simplify, you get 0.1 Va plus 0.17 Vb, and this constant will go on the other side, will become positive. It will come out to be 1. So this becomes my new equation and I'll call it equation number 4. So now if you look at equation 1 and equation 4, they are only in the form of Va and Vb. So let us solve them simultaneously. Solving 1 and 4, we will get the values of Va and Vb. Va will come out to be 3.08 volt and Vb will come out to be 7.69 volt. Vc was already available. Vc we already got because there was a voltage source between node C and the ground. Vc was equal to 20 volts. So that gives us all the three values of Va, Vb and Vc. The question was to find V1 and V2. So let's see what will be V1 and V2. So by referring to the original circuit, let us write down the expressions for V1 and V2. You can see V1 has the positive polarity towards node A and negative polarity towards node B. So it's Va minus Vb upon 10 and V2 will be Vb minus Vc upon 20. Va minus Vb upon 10 and this will be Vb minus Vc upon 20. Let us now find out the values of V1 and V2. So referring to the original circuit, to obtain V1 and V2, you can see V1 has its positive polarity towards node A and negative polarity towards node B. V1 itself is a voltage. So if I know the voltages on the two sides of V1, then I can define V1 as a potential difference between those two values. So on this side the voltage is Va, on this side voltage is Vb, and hence V1 will simply be equal to Va minus Vb, and V2 will be nothing but positive polarity has Vb here, negative has Vc, so V2 will be Vb minus Vc. So V2 will be Vb minus Vc. Now we already know Va, Vb and Vc. So if I find out V1, it will be 3.08 minus 7.69 and this will give me V1 equal to minus 4.61 volts and Vb will be 7.69 minus 20 and this will give me V2 equal to minus 12.31 volts. So these are the final answers for V1 and V2. One important point that we take from this particular problem is that whenever there is voltage source between a node and the ground without any resistors in series, then we directly get the value of the node voltage, which will be same as the value of that voltage source. Plus and minus sign you have to consider as per the polarities of battery that is connected.